is that girl I see staring straight back at me? When will my reflection show who I am inside? Have you ever looked in the mirror and felt like you were looking at a stranger? Why are you the way you are? Why do you feel certain ways towards certain things? Let's dive into your subconscious mind and figure out what's going on inside. Hey beautiful soul, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, my name is Alice, aka Breathing Magic. Today we're going to talk about shadows and shadow work. Now, before you go like, shadow work? That sounds so scary, and run in the opposite direction, let me just clarify something. Shadow work is not about turning to the dark side, whatever that is, and it's not about working with malevolent entities or beings. In other words, shadow work is not a Dr. Facilier and his friends on the other side type of thing. In this video, I will cover what shadows are, how they affect your life, and what shadow work is actually about. And shadow work can be uncomfortable and challenging sometimes, so make sure you watch till the end of this video because I'll be sharing 3 beginner-friendly ways you can start doing shadow work. And the timestamps for this video will be in the description box below. So, what are shadows? In the field of psychology, the term the shadow self was coined by Swiss psychiatrist and psychologist Carl Jung. It refers to the aspects of your personality that are hidden in your subconscious. They're usually personality traits your conscious mind or ego does want to look at, acknowledge, and identify with. Your mind feels the need to ignore, deny, disown, hide, and repress them. Eventually, this side of you gets hidden in your subconscious. You can think of it as a protection or coping mechanism. When it comes to the causes of shadows, your beliefs, conditioning, or traumas often stem from things that happened in the past, especially in your childhood. This is because your relationships with the people who raised you and the people who are close to you have a huge impact on how you see yourself and the world you live in. That's why people often mention the inner child when they talk about things related to shadows and shadow work. It's the part of you that didn't feel accepted, supported, and most of all, loved. For example, here's one of the things I've been working on. Sometimes I feel a bit uneasy and awkward when people give me compliments, and I don't always know how to respond. After doing some inner work, I realized that this has to do with the environment I grew up in. In many societies and cultures, especially Asian cultures, many people are conditioned to pursue this distorted ideal of humbleness and modesty. They really take it to the extreme. Many parents overpraise other people's kids and deny compliments given to their own kids. Growing up in an Asian family, I was conditioned to believe that being proud of your own abilities equals being arrogant. And I also believed that other people were way much better and that I wasn't worthy of praise. I've been gradually building my self confidence and learning to acknowledge my abilities and achievements and accepting compliments gracefully. By the way, the concept of shadows and the practice of shadow work have existed for thousands of years across various cultures around the world. Each culture has their own unique point of view regarding this matter, but there are many similarities. Carl Jung did not invent shadow work. He just coined the term the shadow self and popularized it in mainstream Western psychology. In the spiritual community, people often talk about shadows and shadow work as well. From a spiritual perspective, your shadows can come from events that happened in your current lifetime and or things that occurred in your past lives. For example, it's said that many healers and light workers have this fear of embracing their gifts, standing out, and truly expressing their powers because When they tried to do that in their previous incarnations, horrible things happened to them. Witch hunts are a perfect example of this. Hey, I forgot to mention this earlier. This video is going to be part of a series about shadows and shadow work. So if you're interested in topics like this, make sure you subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you get notified when I post new content. Shadows affect your life in a big way. They keep you from realizing your true potential. Being ignorant of who you are stunts your growth and the full expression of yourself. After all, how could you truly express yourself if you don't even understand who you are? Shadows cause separation and conflict within your being. When you don't look at your shadows, work through your issues, and accept yourself, you're pushing away and rejecting a part of you and causing this split or separation within your being. It's kind of like there's two versions of you fighting to gain control over the same body. And when something triggering happens, your shadow side reacts in a negative way that causes more inner conflict and leads to a vicious circle. Shadows can cause emotional and energetic imbalance and blockages. Things don't just go away and disappear. You still carry your baggage subconsciously. They take up space in your mind and heart and weigh you down. And you can only endure so much before you reach your breaking point. Your trash, or rather the things you consider trash, get repressed and pushed down until you can't take it anymore and you just explode. Oftentimes, shadows block your ability to feel or handle certain emotions, making you indifferent, impulsive, or emotionally unstable. They weaken your ability to respond instead of react. In other words, it's like you're stuck with the beliefs that don't serve you and living at the mercy of your emotions. Your shadows impact the kind of vibration you project out into the world. If you're familiar with the law of attraction, I'm sure you know that like attracts like, and you attract whatever you're in harmonious vibration with. Your shadows cause thought patterns, emotional patterns, and behavioral patterns that don't serve you. So if you don't address your shadows, you're just going to keep attracting similar experiences into your life. What is shadow work? Before I dive in, I want to put a quick disclaimer here. Shadow work is not meant to replace other forms of healing such as therapy, medication, etc. Yes, it contributes to your well being, but no, it is not the only thing that can help you. Sometimes you need all the help you can get. Shadow work helps you find answers to the question, why are you the way you are? It's an ongoing process of bringing the repressed aspects of you into the light so you can understand yourself and get to the root cause of why you think, feel, or act certain ways towards yourself and the world around you. When you address your shadows and work through the issues holding you back, you start to heal the distortions and imbalances within yourself. The goal of shadow work is to identify your shadow, claim it as yours, and integrate it. It's about embracing the light and darkness within you and being whole so you can be your true, authentic self. It's a process of self compassion, self acceptance, and self love. There are many ways to do shadow work. Here are some beginner friendly ideas. Pay attention to your emotions. Track your mood. I use an app for that. And get into the habit of asking yourself, so, how do I feel today? How do I feel right now? Get curious about why you feel certain ways towards certain things. You can go like, why do I feel this way? Maybe it's because of this. Huh, is this really the reason I feel this way, or is there something deeper? Take a walk down memory lane. See the past through a different lens with what you know now. Do your best to observe and seek the deeper truth. When you look back on your life, you'll start to notice reoccurring themes and patterns. This process will help things bubble up to the surface and come into your awareness. The more you do this, the closer you'll get to the root cause of your beliefs. You can also take advantage of your dream time and keep a dream journal. Your subconscious can communicate with you through images and metaphors. Before you go to bed, calm your mind and set the intention to work on a specific area of your life. When you wake up the next morning, document your dream in a dream journal. And when you try to decipher your dream, trust your intuition and focus on the feelings you felt in that dream. It's not about what you think, it's about what you feel. I hope you found this information helpful. If you enjoyed this video, give me a like. Like I mentioned earlier, shadow work is an ongoing process. There's no pressure or need to rush into things. So be kind to yourself and pace yourself. And when you think about it, a huge part of self development, well being, and spirituality is about understanding yourself and finding your own answers to the question, who am I? I have a video where I talked about tips that'll help you answer that question for yourself. I'll put the link to that video in the description box below. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you in my next video. Until then, live from your heart and be the magic you wish to see in this world. Bye.